Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Well, Teen Mom star Ryan Edwards is officially divorced from Mackenzie Edwards, now Standifer, which I don't know if she's going to go back to her maiden name. Not sure. But let's get into it, you guys. The Sun just released an article not too long ago, kind of highlighting, well, the fact that they're now divorced. It does go into the full backstory of Ryan and Mackenzie's relationship. I was reading it earlier and I was like, oh, I don't really know if I want to go all the way into everything in the past. So we're going to read some of it. I can tell you this. I think it happened Monday. I think it was Monday that was it Monday? It says in here, maybe it was a Monday because I've got my days mixed up. Y'all know it's been crazy over here in my little world. But we're gonna go into it. And yeah, so the Sun says Teen Moms Ryan Edwards and ex Mackenzie officially divorced after nasty 3-year court battle. And it was Monday. Okay, I thought so. I feel like they are both so happy. Well, first off, we know that Ryan, he's moved on. He has Amanda. They're engaged. They have a baby. I know they are ecstatic that, hey, it's finally like we can finally move on with our lives. Mackenzie, I know everybody says that Mackenzie like isn't over Ryan, but I think we can all see now that maybe she is. So I think they both are ready to move on with their lives. And I hope like the people just kind of lets them. I hope that from now going forward, when Ryan, he don't really post that much, but him and his fiance Amanda, they have a joint page. I hope when she posts the things, I hope the people can stop bringing up Mackenzie. It would infuriate me. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. If I was Amanda, if every time I made a post, especially if it's like me and my beautiful little baby girl, if people were bringing up Mackenzie, I would just be like, why are you doing that? Even if it was something like, oh, you're so much prettier than Mackenzie. I just be like, okay, talk about my baby being beautiful. Can we stop bringing up the ex-wife now? You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like that causes a lot of the animosity that continues between them. Yeah, right. You said, yeah. To be honest, that would be annoying, right? And I feel like it continues this animosity between them because none of them can ever make a post, and people just talk about the post. Like in Mackenzie's, people got to bring up Amanda and Ryan. In Amanda's, they got to bring up Mackenzie. It's like, y'all, let's give it a rest. Let's give it a rest. Okay. Let's let everybody be happy. Whatever. So I think they're all ecstatic to finally move on from this. The Sun says Mackenzie filed for divorce from Ryan in 2023 after 6 years of marriage. Now, I can say, and I think we all know this was not an amicable divorce. This was it wasn't like, it wasn't amicable, but I think things have been, doing a little bit better than they had because, Ryan took the kids on vacation. Um, and he was there with the kids for their first day of school. Mackenzie was there as well. So they were both able to be there for their children on their first day of school. So, it's getting better slowly but surely. How about the public? Let's let this happen for them. Jeanette says only 6 years of marriage. I think they were married only 6, but I think they were together. Well, no, I think they were only together for like a year and a half before they married. Maybe it does seem like it was longer, right? Doesn't it seem like they were together longer than like 6 years? Okay, so it says Ryan and Mackenzie appeared in Hamilton County Court in Tennessee on Friday, August 15th for a hearing in their ongoing divorce battle. Wait, that's today. I don't think, no, that's not accurate. Right, that's not accurate, is it? That wasn't today. That didn't happen today. It was signed off on today. So yeah, that's not, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They appeared, I think, Monday, and it was officially signed off on today. So happier times, happier times. Well, maybe. I don't think Ryan was feeling too well during that time, but I think they were getting along at the time. Okay, that's what I thought. It was signed off today, but went out. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay. A clerk for the court exclusively confirmed to the Sun that their divorce has officially been granted. Mackenzie and Ryan did not immediately respond to the Sun's request for comment. Mackenzie filed for divorce February 2023 after 6 years of marriage. The divorce came after she accused him of abuse. She then filed an order of protection against him in March 2023, requesting he have no contact and must stay away from her. Mackenzie requested temporary custody of their children, Jagger, who was 6 at the time, and Stella, who was 4 at the time, and for Ryan to pay child support and spousal support. Ryan told the Sun at the time of the ABUSC allegations, "I don't speak for her. I never wanted to hurt her. Just tried telling her I would have loved to work on it because I still at the time wanted to." The order of protection was dropped at a July 14, 2023 court hearing to allow Ryan to speak with the children through her because at the time, so she got the restraining order, right? He ends up going to jail or he's in jail. And because of this restraining order, he could only talk to the children when they were at his mom's house, which was like maybe one weekend out of the month. I'm not really sure. Maybe every other weekend, but I feel like it's not every other weekend. I could be wrong. But it wasn't a lot. So if the kids were at his parents' house every weekend, he could call and talk to them there, but that was it. So he had a hearing on July 14th, and from my understanding, what I was told is that Ryan had asked his mom, Jen, "Will you contact Mackenzie, see if she will drop the RO so I can call and talk to the kids when they're at her house? So, I can talk to them more than just every other weekend or whatever on the weekends." So Jen did that. Mackenzie said, yes, she would do that. She contacted her lawyer and said, hey, you can drop the RO. That way Ryan can speak to the kids more. Bree, you'll have to let me know what time you're going to be live on TikTok because I was going to go live too. So we'll have to make sure it's not at the same time. We'll have to try to be there for each other. Okay, so it goes on to say Ryan and Mackenzie's divorce was dismissed in February 2024 because there were no filings for 270 days. Ryan then filed a new complaint for divorce on March 6, 2024. He requested split custody of the children in court papers obtained by the Sun. It says the MTV star requests that he be the designated primary residential parent and that child support be assigned from Mackenzie's income. Mackenzie never responded to the filing, and the case was consolidated with their original divorce. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have responded to that either. No, just we'll get with each other and we'll figure out times. Mackenzie and Ryan have been at war over child support and custody over their 2 children. In October 2025, Mackenzie requested child support from Ryan after he allegedly refused to pay. In court documents obtained by the Sun, Ryan filed financial information ahead of their hearing and listed his monthly income as $16,010 a month. In Mackenzie's child support petition, she stated that Ryan was employed and has income from MTV's Teen Mom. All of this is very redundant to stuff that we've already went over, but we'll read for a minute and then we're not gonna read the full article because it's stuff that we already really know. The document stated because mother has primary custody of the party's 2 children and the father is gainfully employed, the court should order child support to be paid by the father to the mother during the pendency of this case. And at the final hearing, said child support obligation be made permanent. Oh, I wonder what that is because I don't know that. Okay. He was set up for child support in February. It was like $1,500 a month, but this was going to be temporary until I think this hearing. And then it would be a more permanent judgment would be set into place. But the Sun didn't say anything about it. The Sun didn't say like, okay, now there's a permanent order for child support, but there may be a reason for that. There may be a reason why they did not set something more permanent in place because recently Ryan did file a motion to reduce his child support. So that's probably why. Now they're probably having to figure that out. Okay, so Mackenzie asked the court to set current child support and retroactive child support back to the date of separation. In the separate court filing, Ryan was asked to provide each and every checking account maintained by him in the last 3 years. He had a couple of checking accounts, no savings account. He didn't have a whole lot of money in either one of them. don't know, there's like a part of me that's like feels like this is kind of too much to like be able to say what's in somebody's checking account. Like I would not want anybody like if I was going through a divorce and just because I'm like a creator on YouTube, people was like keeping up with it. If they're like LB has two checking accounts and there's this I don't know, that's a little too much to me to be quite honest. So he had two checking accounts, but there wasn't like it wasn't like he had like tons of money in either one of them. You know, he had a little bit, whatever. Um, he did not have a savings account, no retirement plan in regard to debt. He had some credit cards. So he was ordered to pay temporary child support in the amount of $1,553 per month for their two children. And this was put into place February 2025. Now, just recently in July, Ryan demanded that the court adjust the child support agreement because he is no longer employed by MTV. We've all heard the rumors that, you know, the show is being canceled. MTV, they're done with Teen Mom, but there's not been an official statement from MTV to say, yeah, the show is done with, it's over with. And I feel like before this is a 16-year show, very popular show. I mean, maybe not in the later days, the later seasons, but in the beginning, this was a huge show, right? So I really just can't see. I don't know. This is one reason why I question if the show is over because I'm like, I can't see them ending the show and not doing something for it, not doing like one last hoorah, like reunion where they look over the past years, just to like say hasta la vista. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't I could be wrong, but maybe not. Maybe they don't wanna put the money into it, but there is just this part of me thank you, money swipers, I appreciate that so much, thank you. There is this part of me that's I'm like, I just can't believe it's over yet. How many times have we heard Teen Mom's canceled? I know I've reported several times, rumor has it, Teen Mom's canceled, and then it comes back, you know? It's like the ghost from the past or whatever, like, it just keeps on popping up, popping up. So, I'm holding off on saying that, like, it's canceled, but the rumors are that is that it's canceled. So, he did file to have his child support reduced due to the fact that he's not it may not be canceled, but what we do know, and this is verified, is they haven't been filming for a while up until several people were saying, like, "I don't know, we haven't filmed, don't know what's going on." But Jade allegedly was on a TikTok live the other day. Rumor has it, a couple people told me that she was on a TikTok live and she said that they had started back filming. Does anybody know that? Ray, have you heard that? Anybody know? I had several people say, like, "Hey, Jade was just on a live and she said they were filming again." So I don't know. I don't know. And Leah, okay, and Leah also. Okay, so maybe. Yes, she does have twins. They are Jade Klein and her husband Sean. They have taken in exchange students. So yeah. All right. So yeah, he filed to have his child support reduced due to the fact that he's not filming. At minimum, he you know at minimum, even if the show is not canceled, he hadn't been filming for a while. Said order was based upon defendant's income at the time, which was $13,000 a month, which included his earnings from the show. I'm wondering why they wouldn't name the show. Not that this even matters, but me just being like who I am, why wouldn't they name like in the document it said order was based upon defendant's income at the time, $13,333 per month, which included his earnings from his appearance on a certain television series. Why not just be like from his appearance on Team Mom? I don't know. Well, I guess maybe like this is through the courts, and the courts might even know what the hell Teen Mom is, you know? So it may make more sense to say on a certain television series. Ryan continued of his involvement on Teen Mom, the next chapter. It says defendant is no longer earning income through that series through no fault of his own. This seemingly confirms rumors that the show is canceled. That's the that's the son saying that, definitely not me. He then revealed his only current income is through his full-time employment at a truck and trailer repair shop where he makes $27 an hour. Once again, I feel like that's a little too much. A little too much to talk about. Like, I don't know. Anyways, the court papers read defendant is unable to continue to pay support in accordance with the October 2024 order and requests that this court enter into an order modifying support until the final hearing in this matter. Ryan claims now that he makes $4,282 a month and sees the kids 26 days out of the year. He believes Mackenzie's income is $4,166 a month. Brian has been sober for 2 years after a relapse and legal troubles. He was sentenced to nearly 1 year in Silverdale Detention Center in April 2023 after Ryan was arrested for drinking under the influence, harassment, and drug possession charges. But we're not going to go into the history. We all know it at this point. We've run over it a million times. So I'm not going to do that. But I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy for them. Like, I know they're ready to move on. I know they're ready to put this behind them. And now that they're not like battling it out, hopefully they can start coming to like a resolution to co-parent civilly. Because I think that, I mean, as someone that has talked to Mackenzie behind the scenes, she's told me that several times. Like, yes, I would like this to be civil. Like, I don't want to fight. Now, the thing about it is everybody is human. So everybody's going to have their moments to where maybe they get annoyed and with each other, Ryan and Amanda, Mackenzie, to where it may not always go great. But if that's like the goal, if the goal from Mackenzie, if the goal from Ryan and Amanda is we want to get to a place where we can co-parent civilly and get along and be at the same place with the kids, school events, things like that. And, it'd be fine. There's not animosity there. It's not like one person saying, hey, and the other was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where they can be like, hey, how you doing? And the kids can see that. The kids can see their parents having a positive interaction because as someone that comes from divorced parents, I still to this day remember like when my parents got a divorce, it was not amicable. It was I remember the fights. I remember I remember the things. And then I remember when they started getting along and um I remember like one of my birthdays, well, my first birthday that was had by my mom and stepdad that my dad and stepmom came to. I will never forget it. It was like it was the first time this had happened since the divorce. The first time I had seen my parents together getting along, around us kids. So it would I will always remember that day. I still remember like being in our house and my dad and stepmom sitting at the kitchen table, you know, with my mom and stepdad and them talking and it being a good time and me just being so happy, like, oh my God, like my parents, they get along again, like all is well. So I hope they can get to that point. And I'm not saying to the point to where, if Mackenzie throws a Jagger a birthday party at her house, that Ryan and Amanda will go. I mean, that would be great too, that they would go and they could get along. I mean, my goodness, Ryan and Amanda just went on vacation with Macy and Taylor. And look where Macy and Taylor were with Ryan all those years ago. They had to take out restraining orders. I mean, Taylor and Larry almost got into a fist fight on national television. So if Macy and Taylor can go from that to then going on vacation with Ryan and Amanda, not going to say that it's could never happen because I don't think we would have ever thought that Macy and Taylor could get to that point. So maybe it could happen. Right. It would be super nice if they could get to that point. So yeah, as someone that comes from parents that were divorced, I can tell you the heartbreak and I still have the memories burned into my head. The times my dad interacted with my stepdad and it was a hostile situation. It was bickering back and forth. I remember it. I always remember it. And then I remember the moments to where they got along and we hung out and they hung out together and they laughed and they joked. I remember one time, you guys, so funny. One time I was at my dad's house and my mom and my stepdad come to get me. So we all walk outside, like my dad, my stepmom, we all walk outside and my mom and stepdad get out of the vehicle because at this point they're getting along, they're civil. So they get out and they're all talking. And my dad accidentally called my mom baby. And I was like, because I mean, honestly, it took my parents about a year maybe to be civil with each other to where they could all be around each other and laugh and joke and get along. It was probably about a year. Yeah, probably about a year. But yeah, I was like, I remember like never forget that. And I was like, oh, he just called my mom baby right in front of my stepmom, right in front of my stepdad. And let me tell you, my parents moved on really quickly. My dad was cheating, like mom had her boyfriend, like So it was quick. They moved on very quickly. But I just think it would be great. Like I think it would be great if they can get to that point of getting along because and two, when when kids are involved and there's step parents in the mix, if step parents don't like your biological parent, that plays a factor. That plays a factor because when like when my mom and when my parents got a divorce and my dad got with my stepmom, like I thought she was like super cool at first. And then I started finding out about some crap she was talking about my mom. And then I was like, even though I literally thought she was so cool because my dad got with her, she had this really, like, fancy sports car, she listened to rap music, and I was like, "My stepmom is, like she's so cool." Or my dad's girlfriend is so cool because they weren't married, not at the time, but I was like, "Oh, my dad's girlfriend," and she was younger, so I was like, "She is so cool," and then I found out that she didn't like my mom, that she was talking crap about my mom, and then I was like, "Oh, no, ma'am," and then my sister threatened to beat her up. "Thank you, Ray, for the super sticker, thank you so much. Thank you." So I was like, "Heck no, no." And it took me some time to get to where well, honestly, I didn't start giving my stepmom another chance until she was able to be civil with my mom. Then I was like, "Okay, like, I can" I like her again. But, yeah, when there's step parents involved, like, thankfully, my stepdad, even though my dad, like, went to him and tried to fight him mind you, my dad had a girlfriend at the time, but my dad still went to the guy that my mom was seeing, went to his work. It's gonna find the man that my mom was talking to, who later become my stepdad and raised me. He was very respectful. He was like, he was just, and I was like, wow, that's crazy because my dad's being like super rude to him, and he's just being so respectful. Like, I understand. Like, I get this is a hard time. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want any issues. There's kids involved. Like, we got to try to get along. And I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." And my stepdad, the greatest guy, like, just the best. So yeah, those things are important. If the kids are too young right now to pick up on it, if it doesn't get better, the older they get, then they will be able to pick up on it, and then it's gonna make them feel some type of way. So my hope and prayer for Ryan, Amanda, Mackenzie, and whoever Mackenzie brings into the mix is that they can all be civil and get along for the sake of the kids because it's so important. These memories are burned into the kids' brains of, mom and dad not getting along, mom and dad being in the same place, but dad was a butthole or mom was a butthole. Them hearing that, saying that. So, but just yeah, I'm glad that this is happening. They're finally divorced. They can finally just now the last thing that's happening is the child support situation. So I don't really know when that's going to be handled, but he filed to have his child support reduced. And so now that's the only thing that they're really dealing with at this point. My dad showed up at our house after my mother got married the second time, and I ended up having to watch the cops handcuff him and take him right out as he threatened to see. I mean, these things are burned into your brain. And my personal opinion, no child is too young to pick up on it. Yeah, I mean, you were 5 and you remember everything. I mean, honestly, I was 8 when my parents split up. So, but yeah, the custody agreement I think is the same. Like I think, thank you, Amber, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I don't think there's like a change in the custody agreement. I think Mackenzie remains their primary domicile parent, and he has supervised visits. The kids go to his parents' house. He and Amanda see the kids at his parents' house or wherever his parents are. Like, they were able to take them on vacation, but his parents were with them. So as of right now, I think it's still supervised visits. But hopefully one day that'll, everything can just work itself out. Yeah, at least the kids are very happy. Exactly. Yeah, at least the kids are very happy. And that's the big thing that counts. I don't know. Money swappers. I don't know who Mackenzie is with. I don't have too much information on that, so I'm not sure. I don't know, but that was a mess. That was a mess in itself, and I'm just gonna be honest, I don't agree. If there was cheating going involved, I'm not here for it. Um, and to my knowledge, like the woman that he was married to, Amber is her name? Is that Amber? Like from my understanding, him and from my understanding, this guy was had a girlfriend. lived together, had her pregnant. She was pregnant, and then him and Amber started messing around, and like, so I think there was cheating involved in that. That the who became the wife cheated to become the wife, and so I don't know. And I very much believe. Okay, Cassie says there's way more to the story than people know. And at this point, the only way to really find out what the truth is if they decide to speak on it. And I'll be honest with you guys. Oh, and by the way, I love your earrings today. Oh, thank you. I need them size. I wish they come in gauges. I don't even remember how I don't even remember where these came from, to be quite honest. I've had them forever. But there's way more to the story than people want to know. And the thing about that is the only way we'll really know is if everybody that's involved decides to share their side. Amber, is her name Amber? The husband, Mackenzie, the first girlfriend, the first baby mama. If they all decide, you know what, let's share all, so we can all share our side, and then everybody can make their opinions on whatever. But I mean, Mackenzie gets Mackenzie gets way too much hate. If and maybe some is deserved. If she was having an affair with this guy, I don't support that, so I could understand that. Um, but if I was Mackenzie, this is just me being honest with you guys. If I was Mackenzie, I would never speak publicly. Like I would just live my life very privately with my children. I would not speak publicly. Like she's not on TV anymore. So why? You know, why? May come in a different time though. Yeah. But anyways, you guys, so that's where we're at right now. That's why she deleted all her social media. She wants to disappear. Yeah, I can definitely, I understand that. Oh, let me show you guys the pictures of the kids on their first day of school. Let me find them because they were both there. Ryan was there for the kids on their first day. Mackenzie was there for the kids on their first day, and the kids got to see that. They got to see mom and dad both there. Hey, awesome. All right, let me see. Oh, that's the wrong picture. That's my aunt. Hold on. Did I do the same picture twice? Y'all, see, I'm dumb. My life is my life has been just ridiculous lately. And what time is it? I'm gonna have to go here in a little bit. Did I delete the photos? Oh, I think I deleted them after I wait. Maybe they're y'all bear with me. Okay, there it is. No, that's not the one because I've moved. Okay, there it is. I never mind. I'm not gonna say that because then people will look for it. Never mind. Now bear with me. Bear with me. There he is. Court hearing news. What about Pumpkin and Josh in a court hearing? I haven't heard anything about that, about any sort of court hearing. Oh, I do need to do Honey Boo Boo though, because she made the dean's list, and like a lot of people were saying she didn't. So she literally made a TikTok showing where she went to the school to show that she's on the list. I know, y'all. I know. Be a professional. I should have had this done already. I know. Listen, I ain't no professional here. I'll tell you that real quick. I'm just listen, I don't even know how to unmute a mic. I gotta get my husband in here. The only gift I have is the gift of running my mouth. That's it. The gift of running my mouth, y'all. I can talk and that's about it. I'm not a professional anything. Mom, maybe, maybe I would go so far as say, yeah, I'm a professional mom. 20 years, you know what I'm saying? I might can teach you a thing or two with being a mom. All right, let's see. So here's some pics of the kids. All right. So that's Mackenzie with Jagger on the first day. When are Rod and Amanda getting married now? I don't know. Is there a date set? I haven't heard. I heard he had hidden property or something. And then there she is with Stella. So okay, okay. I think Stella looks. They both look just like Mackenzie to me. Do they not look just like Mackenzie? And there is Ryan with the kiddos. Crap. Let me move that one because I thought I did something there. So there's man, that was the wrong one. There's and I have it on my Facebook, a picture of Ryan with the kids as well. Why is it that one? Why did I do that one? Do I need to bring that one back up, you guys, for y'all to see Ryan with the kiddos? There's just something I didn't remove. I don't wanna show I wanna make sure the picture that okay, here it is. Sorry. All over the place. 'Tis my life. 'Tis my life. There it is. There we go. So stinking cute. I love it. I love it, I love it. So cute. And I'm just so glad they were able to be there for that they were both able to be there for that. Stella is Mac made over attitude and all. Love that. They do. Looks just like her clones. Yes. We loved your gift of gab and the patience you have. Oh, thank you, J. Marie. Uh, I did. I did a video on that. Roddy, I did a video on that probably about a month ago, maybe. Anybody remember when I did that? It was so she lost her son, and then it was like a week later, news broke about that. I tell her all the time, "Oh, you in trouble?" Yeah, that's so funny. My husband thought I was on the phone yelling at somebody. That's hilarious. Okay, you guys, I've been carrying on long enough. I gotta go. I have a meeting I gotta get to. Life has just been busy, but I will be back. I'll probably do maybe one more TikTok. I don't know, and then I'll be live on Tik. I mean, maybe one more YouTube video this afternoon, and then I'll be live on TikTok tonight. Has Ryan ever tried to say the kids he has with Mackenzie aren't his? Oh no, I don't think so. And not to my knowledge. I've never nothing ever publicly has come out and said anything about that. No, okay. Anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe. Also, I made a post on my community tab. A couple of things. My husband has a YouTube channel, a Facebook, and a TikTok. It's called 10 Piece. I think YouTube is called Daily 10 Piece, where he just talks about historical figures, figures from the Bible, um, he talks about scriptures and things like that. He's really into stuff like that. So go give him a follow or just go listen to it. And if it's your type of thing, hit that follow button. Jay Marie, that's not, I think that's just clickbait. Did you see where Josh said Max twins are his? That's just clickbait. I don't think Josh and Mackenzie, Josh McKee and Mackenzie McKee have not seen each other in a very long time. So, yeah, I think that's clickbait. I'm sure of it. But anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts. Go check out my husband's page. It's called 10 Piece or Daily 10 Piece on my community tab. I put the link to his TikTok and in the comment section, I put the link to his YouTube channel. Also, over on Fatal Files with Elle, he put up a video for me because life has been so busy. I've been not home a good bit, having to deal with some things. And he has been trying to help me kind of stay afloat. So, Fatal Files with Elle, he did a video on the Devil's Den murders. I am not even, I don't know too much about what it is other than what he's told me, but you guys go check it out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Triple Threat just shared the link to my husband's, I think that's his TikTok, maybe. But yeah, or YouTube. Sorry, that's his YouTube. I'll see you guys on the next one. Everybody have a great day. Bye, guys.